Now, this is really interesting. We all have a customer journey that we're managing, a sales journey, a renewal journey, a living journey, and what are different segments happy with. So you've got the tour viewing, the move-in. The move-in is a big moment of truth, especially for launch pads or those moving from what, oh, that was a nightmare. The electricals weren't working. It took me 3 days to get on the internet. That is what people talk about at the barbecue. Well, in Australia, it's a barbecue. Here at the pub, the conversations around hey, I heard you moved in. How was it? That is what we call in customer experience a moment of truth that we can actually delight on or really go, mate, don't do that ever again. That was scary. And I lost 3 days of work and all of this. We have a lot of that. A lot of providers are getting that. People are saying actually the move-in was fairly smooth. The tour, they're still saying there's room to move on some of the viewings. Some of them are very inconsistent. But where the biggest need is, if you see the yellows and greens across segment, yellows and reds, is repairs and maintenance. Only the managed resident is happy with that. They're saying mostly it's a very fast turnaround. So well done to everyone. That's the promise. And it's being delivered, which is great because that word of mouth is getting out there. They're your biggest salespeople, getting those from private rent into managed rental services. What they're really a little bit still opportunity in more transparent communications. The ongoing management communications can keep getting better. And remember that the consumer's need for communication continues to grow. This is a generation, and I'm not sure if this happens in the UK yet, but in Australia, if you order a Domino's pizza, there's an app, you can see it being baked in the oven, the cheese is melting, coming out of the oven. The type of communication needs and control. Today, if you get an Uber, you're watching the Uber driver drive, Uber Eats, he picks it up. That consumer has seen the new world of communication. We cannot change that perception if we're in a different industry. The consumer can't discern between this is Uber Eats, this is Amazon, and this is rental. Because suddenly they are used to getting real-time communication on things. Any investment in communicating, whether that repair is 3 hours from being done or 3 days, we're looking at it, the electrician has been booked, is really valued. We run these reports in different sectors. The human and the consumer is still the same. They can't discern between sectors. If you're communicating well, remember the gap keeps increasing because there's disruptors in the market, changing what communication actually means. Now, what feels like community, we'll share this with you, slightly different. Scholars or students, social, casual, they really love that. Anything social. Managed resident, fitness and wellness, they value their life, they value their time, they value themselves a lot. Value renter, casual again. And so that casual is really valued, some sort of social interaction, community spaces that is casual. The managed resident is a little bit further up in their needs of what they value. And what do they value in their immediate surrounds? Slightly different. Mostly all three value supermarkets and convenience. No one wants to get in a car and go to a supermarket and do shopping. Public transport, well lit, and then there's certain different ones for each component. But almost everyone values that supermarket and public transport. This is, you can't make public transport happen. But if you do have it, we need to talk about it really front and center. Now, this is really important. So when asked, with your current place that you're living at, what is the NPS that you would give it? These are not people on our platform. This is the general market. This is really good news for everyone who is customer experience centric. No one is really satisfied. No one is going to bring advocates. No one is recommending their current rental accommodation. So student, not recommending. So that market is really in its infancy, really chopping and changing, churning. Students are saying, I don't recommend the current accommodation to another student as a whole. Negative 15 in my years of NPS, that means there will be churn. The market share is up for grabs. Managed resident, some very happy, some not happy, different types of operators in the market. It's sitting at 0, still a long way to go in market stability. So there is heaps of market share still up for grabs, taking from each other. Value renter extremely unhappy. They wouldn't recommend it. So generally everyone's quite unhappy tenants in general. If everyone was happy, we are in industries where this is not the case. So this is early days in customer experience recommendation, using the pool of how you can get one tenant to bring the other and getting true market share. This is great. We love being in industries where it's game on. where there's huge capexes that get invested and the stickiness is still being worked out. And we're in that together to say the loyalty isn't there, the service match isn't there, but there is a huge market. You don't want to be in a market which nothing's there and no one really wants to move. So this is very interesting. We are just releasing for our current customers the live benchmarking to be able to see because we only play in certain domains. So that's going to happen over the next 3 months. What is people's next housing step? Are they looking to keep renting the Scholar? Looking to keep renting the Launchpad, not sure in La La Land. You can be the people that help them decide. 30% are not sure. Great. They haven't made up their mind. They don't know what they're doing. Means whatever you do first, FMCGs use this for many years. If you use our product first, that becomes how you operate in the environment. And, managed resident and value rental, pretty much the market is not looking to buy anytime soon. Most of the market. So they're not going to jump up. We also gave a regional breakdown. London's NPS is low, that no one's really happy. Most of it would be private rentals still. Old properties, spoiled landlords, the old world, really up for grabs for better experiences. This is the consumer saying, not us, not you guys, which we know we deliver a better service. This is them knowing they're not happy. So that means they will be shopping. We just need to get that, go to market, get them in, get them to experience. They're not happy. They're not going to recommend this to the next person in their family. Certain different areas, they're slightly more. The Midlands seems to have a little bit better match, probably better quality housing in general.